Jerry Lane Enterprises and Courtesy Motors present Paradise, Louisiana. With Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Always fresh, never frozen, Raising Cane's. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Demco. First South Farm Credit. Pro Drive Outboards. H&E Equipment Services, an equipment company run by equipment people. And Rouse's Markets. You're either local or you're not.
Welcome to this week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana. We're here at Rouse's Market on Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. And like you say, they say Denham Springs, but I know a lot of people from Baton Rouge come this way because it's just an unbelievable store. And Don, I know you want to ask me what's that there for?
I know where that's headed after the show.
Yeah, but that's
I think
right.
I got an idea where
I
that's
was
going.
watching that rotisserie people right there. I mean, that smorgasbord or everything they got up there, and it kept emptying and going back and forth. I want to make sure I had one.
Oh, they got plenty of chickens. But one thing I want to remind you about, don't forget Thanksgiving week. Our family's been doing this, and we got plans this week, this Thanksgiving too. Make sure you let Rouse do the cooking for you, and you do the eating. How about that?
I definitely do the eating, but
Great
all kind of
selection,
Thanksgiving dips, a big selection, and I want to thank them again. Don, myself, I'm sort of a little week behind. We got the chef Parola, Phillippe Parola, and we did a little more segment. He has been fighting those Asian carp for years, and we went to the Chapel Spillway with 2 commercial fishermen, and we did another little story on it to bring everybody abreast of what's going on. Also, my son, on an opening day of duck season, he went with a youth hunt, what they called is special needs people. He went out in the Maragwan area, or we talk about over there around Ramey and all of them in that swamp. Andy Bishop is the president at USSA, and I'm gonna tell you what, he must black cloud. I must have black clouded him even by proxy because it was so muddy and so wet after all that rain. A lot of them got stuck, but it's outdoors, it's hunting and fishing, and we got a few interviews with the people that participated.
Well, I got a chance to go make a duck hunt down in the Buras area with Ryan Lambert. Kind of a strange day, and when you see the footage, you'll notice it looks like 2 different days. We got out there on a bright bluebird morning, and that turned different in a hurry as that front rolled through, and with it came some ducks, and the duck hunting has really picked up, as you'll hear in the duck reports. Also, the fishing reports, we got some good ones in. We had a little bit of inclement weather. We had a blow that came through. It's going to start happening this time of the year. Also, we're going to revisit a deer hunt that was made, too.
Yeah. The deer hunt is the one I'm talking about, the USSA hunt. We're going to revisit that.
I thought you were talking about a youth duck hunt, because we had another duck hunt opened up last weekend, the West Zone Youth Hunt. Right,
but I didn't go to none of them.
You too old.
No, Dad, you know how many trips I've been canceled. I guess people are getting smart. You might be ruining my reputation and telling them. Now, I heard your hunt wasn't as good as it was.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Not as good
tough.
as it could have been, but you know, we were victims of circumstance with the weather situation.
But you had Gary Kraft with you, so maybe he's getting a reputation of being a little black cloud.
I don't think so.
Except for that fishing trip with me.
As long as he stays away from you, he's going to be all right. So we got all of that. We're having fun here at Rouse's. We'll be back with the news segment.
Even got some
also our
sac-a-lay
fishing
reports.
too. Yeah, we got good fishing reports. Stay tuned. You're back with more of Paradise, Louisiana.
At Rouse's, we love food as much as you do. That's why it's no surprise our chefs aren't the only cooks who work here. Rouse's butchers know how to select, trim, and cook every cut we sell. Of course, our produce experts are the very best in the field.
And on the field.
And you can always count on our seafood department for the best catch.
Heads up, Brandon.
The best quality and the best price is why the best chefs and cooks
shop and work at Rouse's.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Todd Graves, founder of Raising Cane's. You're probably familiar with our fresh, never frozen chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, and buttery Texas toast. But the best things we serve are not on our menu. They're the people in the communities we call home. We make it a priority to give back. And while we may be known for our fingers, we're all about lending a hand. So next time you stop by, just remember that my Cane's is your Cane's. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
Come to the family-owned and operated Cassius Casino in Port Allen today, where the Vegas-style video poker machines are ready for your entertainment. Cassius Casino is the finest, cleanest, classiest casino around. And Cassius 50-style diner is now serving seafood daily, along with your favorite home-cooked specials 24/7. Hey, Cassius is fun. Cassius is exciting. So come to the unsinkable Cassius Casino in Port Allen. Over the river 2 miles west of exit 151.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
Get up and go to the all-new Honda of Covington Power Sports. Whether you're taming the trails, gearing up for your next hunting trip, or just hitting the open road, Honda of Covington Power Sports has what it takes to get the job done. We will put you in the exact Honda you need for hunting season. Hit the trail in a new 2015 Honda Utility ATV for $6,135. Plus, the all-new 2016 Honda Pioneer 1000 is in stock and on sale. Get up and go to the all-new Honda of Covington Power Sports.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and it is duck season in Louisiana. Gary, the third of our 3 zones opens up this weekend. The whole state will be open for duck hunting. And, you know, we had a little bit of a slow start with that early date that was set. People were complaining, but it got a whole lot better as a couple of those fronts passed through and brought more ducks in. And I was a firsthand witness to it. Myself, Gary Krause, Ryan Lambert, Dr. Shamia and I were out there out of Buras, crossed on the east side of the Mississippi River onto his lease. And when we first got there, it was Bluebird Day, not much going on, but as that weather started rolling in and you can see those black clouds forming, a little bit of rain, you could see some of those bigger flocks starting to move in.
I've seen the clouds on some of the video y'all had, but let me ask you this. You know, Ron has been telling us that surge, that tidal surge they had for 2 weeks, and it killed a lot of the vegetation. Now, they had a lot of seeds. Is that what affected, or you just think, because a lot of reports been coming from Venice, they've been hot at Baptiste Colette. Then the week before, it was hot at Baton Lutheran, even in the youth hunt. It's been sort of mixed in the last week. What you think the cause is?
Well, you've had fluctuating water levels. There's been some submerged vegetation that was compromised, but there's still a lot for them to eat down there. In terms of vegetation, we saw a whole shoreline full of snails, and that's a big part of their diet. Same thing we heard from Delacroix and some of the other areas. Some of it was hit and miss, and again, that area changes with the water levels. But we were talking about out there, we had a little bit of fun with it, and everybody that's duck hunting can identify with this. You know, you get buzzed every now and then, things get a little slow, you get talking, you reach for a sandwich, you take care of stuff, people on cell phones, that's probably the worst, and those ducks pick that time to come in. Ryan even talked more about that too. Here's some of the action from down in his lease in Plaquemines Parish, east side of the Mississippi River, talking about hunting ducks and those that you don't get to shoot at. Green wings, sure. Got him.
Well, it's been great for us. You know, we've had tons of birds, and we've limited out just about every day. But today and yesterday and today was, 75 degrees. It was dead calm. Now this front's come in. We had 85% of the birds in this zone, but they got a lot of pressure, and They got tidal surgery. We've had 3 tidal surges that killed a lot of vegetation. So we're going to have to wait for some birds to migrate in, some new birds. And that's going to go on. You know, we hadn't had a good cold front since sometime in September, a real one. This is our first one coming out the north right here today. So we'll get some new birds. There'll be some more birds tomorrow.
Got one cripple here. Finish him off.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. It'll push the pintails back down in this area, and it'll push all those new birds. So, you know, it's just the duck hunt, you know. If you hunt every day, you know, you got to take what he gives you, but if not, you can time it. You know, we're going to hunt every day no matter what. You only get 60 days. I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do. 76 if you count teal, and 78 if you get the youth hunt in. So that's still not enough.
While we're waiting for this front to approach and hopefully the action will pick up, you know, if you go duck hunting enough, in fact, if you go at all, it's going to happen. What we duck hunters call getting buzzed.
Getting buzzed when all you hear is, and you're looking the other way, and you know they were there, or you hear them wings, especially old as I am. If I can hear that, I got buzzed.
Now, here's a little known fact about duck distraction. This device right here has probably saved more ducks from hunters than anything else in the last decade.
Oh my goodness. The worst one is phones. You know, everybody wants to look at their phones and here they come, here they come. No, put it down, here they come. You know, there's nothing you can do. If they rather phone, you know, have the phone than kill a duck, well, nothing you can do about that. But they can sense when you're picking up the decoys, or as soon as you unload the last gun and strap it in the case, here they come, every time. I mean, every time.
Ducks.
Well, if the birds are coming good and they're coming from different directions, you know, if we have light wind, I'll get somebody to watch the back and the front. But, you know, ultimately it falls on the guide. You know, he's got to be vigilant. The customers, you know, they're going to tell you, you know, they're going to do what you say. So we got to have our head on a pedestal all the time. But, you know, once you duck hunt enough, you have it like that anyhow.
So on slow days, remember to take full advantage of each and every duck and stay focused. Remain vigilant. And
Take it.
hey, I'm working here. I thought you were watching for the duck.
I thought you were looking.
Pay attention, or instead of a wild duck dinner, you may be doing a chicken pickup.
Who doesn't want to save money on fuel? Now, Shell and the Fuel Rewards Network are putting you in control of how much you pay for fuel. Simply buy whatever's on your shopping list. Clothes, groceries, even dinner out. And earn cents per gallon savings at participating retailers nationwide. Now, fuel prices are in your hands. So why wait? Sign up at fuelrewards.com today and turn shopping power into saving power.
Visit Cracker Barrel convenience stores before heading fishing or hunting. We have more than you expect.
Courtesy Automotive is one of the largest and most experienced automotive groups in the South. Courtesy is the clear choice for all your automotive needs. So whether you're looking for a Ford, a Chevrolet, a Ram, Toyota, or a GMC, Courtesy's got your truck.
A big truck, a small truck, Courtesy's got your truck, man.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
When you're ready to really enjoy life at a slower pace, become a landowner. First South Farm Credit specializes in financing and refinancing land, but not just for farmers. They offer loans to purchase timberland, hunting and fishing, or recreational property. Their experience in land, timber, and loans set them apart from standard lending institutions. Contact a First South Farm Credit loan officer for more information. First South Farm Credit, a specialized rural land investment lender helping you realize your dream.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. As I just saw, Gary, Ryan, and I had a pretty decent hunt down there, but things have gotten a whole lot better since that hunt. Starting out on the east, down around Delacroix, Carnarvon, the hunting has really improved there. Still a lot of teal in that area, but in addition to the teal, there's more gray ducks for those that are patient. I talked to Captain Chris Pike with Blast and Cast Charters. He went out, and before 7:30, he was done again. Full limit for teal. Those who want to wait it out, you can get the gray ducks when they come back a little bit later. My nephew, Iron Mike, and his son, Drew, been having some decent hunts down there in the Carnarvon area. Got a nice mallard, a real pretty greenhead, which is pretty rare in that area. Carl Byer, our most interesting man, he's been having some limits in the Lake Catherine, Lake Bourne, Chef area on the lease over there. Some of the other areas moving further towards the west, doing pretty good. And we expect to have a good opening when that east zone opens up this weekend. We'll have it all opened up.
Well, I'm going to go far west that I know of and was sure. You know, my brother and them have been hunting they hunt with Bert Satania, and they've been doing around the Iowa way. I'm still getting reports from there. I'm getting reports from Pecan Island. People saying all last week they were limiting it out and they would have a slow day. A slow day was 18 instead of 24. You know what I'm saying? And they were catching, I mean, they're killing the ducks around and catching fish in the west. Now I'm gonna tell you, the best story I got right now is coming from Captain Jared Adams. Adams Trophy Charters. Not only he's been limiting out on redfish. Now specks have been a little slow because Big Lake and all the areas around a little muddy, but he's hunting in Thornwell. Speckle bellies have been there every day. He send me pictures. He take me to the camera, the speckle bellies in the air and how they circling around them. They're having no trouble killing them with speckle bellies, and they've been killing a few ducks. So he says this time of year, he's as happy as a lark. In fact, I tell you how happy he was. He called me and said, "You think you can get here Tuesday? We taping on Monday, would be tomorrow." I said, "I believe I can." And who can I bring? He said, "You bring a cameraman." Well, he called me yesterday. He said they're still having a good hunt, but his client that he thought he had an opening is bringing one of their clients. So again, I ain't gonna black cloud nobody. I'm gonna black cloud myself.
Well, good for him.
I'm gonna find some place to hunt. If I gotta go to North Louisiana, Kobe Daniels up there, the Top Gun, is still killing speckle bellies, and I guess they're all ready because the season, he's saying he's seeing a tremendous amount of duck. Bobby Black hunts off there in the Kennesaw area and hunts from Mississippi and Louisiana. He told me he's getting all excited. He was catching so many redfish, he might skip that because he can hunt every day over there, but to go fishing. So I'm telling them people to blast and cast, like you said. I saw it. It wasn't firsthand like you talked to Chris, but I've been hearing for the same thing coming from there. My Delacroix people have been selling me pictures. The Sabine Refuge, by the way, Bill Bingham and Tyler Thomas, he sent me a picture that they killed a few ducks. They had mottle duck, they had a little smorgasbord of duck, but they're still killing a few ducks. Now, in Delacroix, Jeff Siebert has been sending me reports every day, all the way through the weekend, except for the last day. Sunday, I think they come out with about 8 or 9 ducks, but they have been limiting out in the Delacroix area. So then when I take about my buddy Wayne Amato and them, they went up there to do a triple. They want to hunt geese and ducks, but they were in Greenburg, Kansas. And that's my closest buddies. They got a little Cajun invasion. First time they're up there, they're all excited. They sent me the picture of the pheasant. They had 4-man limits. You know, you do the same thing. And
yeah, I'll be headed up there next month.
And the guide right now is calling them, telling them, got them so excited. They're supposed to be hunting this morning. I had my grandson, Blake. We was here in the Venice, sort of slowed down the river, past the loops. I don't know why, but Baptiste Colette been the highest pace. Well, the black cloud done run up on him. He had a little trouble with my boat, but I do want to thank Mike Butler at Venice Marina. Mike, you've always been so good to us and good to take care of my grandson. Tried the best to take care of him, but that black cloud sometimes just overrules him. And thank you again, Mike. We're going to be down there again, and thank you for the report. And one more thing, and the report, we're coming up this week from Callahoola Lake. A lot of vegetation, a lot of covered up. They went brushed their blinds and got them all ready for next week. I'm talking about David Rapola and his crew, and David said he's not seeing many ducks, so this crew front is coming in storm. Callahoola going to be as good as it was last year. It better come quick.
All right, we'll be back with more. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
We're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
I'm on my third Tahoe.
And I'm on my fourth Chevy Silverado pickup.
Hey, you know I've had 4 Camaros and 5 Corvettes. Got them all from Jerry Lane.
We're proud to be a Jerry Lane family.
All lanes lead to, you can count on Jerry Lane.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. We're at Rouse's on Juban Road near Baton Rouge and Denham Springs. Our new home, if you want to come by and visit with us, we tape on Monday mornings. With us is a special guest, Chef Phillippe Parola. You may recall, if you have been watching Paradise, Louisiana for quite a while, we had him on before. He'd come with us, and also we had a very informative meeting at the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries talking about the silver carp. Phillippe, good to have you back with us.
Well, thank you, Don, and I appreciate that you came with us last week down Pierpont, and that's really very interesting because you saw firsthand, it's not the first time, how bad the number of Asian carp are down that Chefalaya Basin.
Well, you know, the first time I met you, we were talking about this, and like Don, Joe, and I, we went to the wildlife fisheries, and it had food. So that brought me there quick, and then you offered to cook again for me, so that brought another thing. But let me say this. I remembered, and then I saw you one other time. You were working at a restaurant, and you was very disappointed because people in Louisiana didn't see the urgency and couldn't raise the money for a plant that could process this food. Even though it was good, we didn't get it. So when you offered to go back again, and I knew what the crisis was right now because I've been up in the Red River, I've been up in the Chapelin River, up around Simmsport. Everywhere I've been, there's been a problem. And I didn't realize how bad it was till we tried to go frogging one night on both sides of the spillway. No matter whether you was on the levee side or you was down in the other side of what we call the Bell River side. So I know in the Chapelin spillway how bad they are. I've seen it firsthand. But when you see it at night, it's really dangerous. We done knocked motors out, knocked people out. We had people making a tour at Henderson. The ladies were from France. It might have been kidding you. She got hit with one on the arm, like to separate her shoulder. and they are dangerous.
We kind of laugh about these little periodic accidental hit by flying Asian carp, but really it's not a laughing matter, Don, because we know that there is people that have died from such accidents. It's not been really proven fact that because there was not any actual video showing the carp hitting the individual and dropping dead, but we know that, hey, this guy drowned. Actually, it was a story not long ago here in Louisiana of this particular couple riding a boat, and they said that it was the rider of the boat got hit by a branch. The guy lived down the bayou. They know how to ride boat. They know where the branch hanging out there. I guarantee you. And this particular part where they were full of Asian carp.
What was really impressive to me is the commercial fishermen you had with us that day.
Correct.
And from what they were seeing in the overall health of the shot fly spillway, they saying this year we got one of the best stocks. It is. I mean, we had a lot of hot water and we did things good. But they were telling me about the trouble they were having with the crawfish. And when they were going back to something you talked about a long time ago about the plankton.
Correct.
There's some areas right now, there's nothing for baby crawfish to eat.
Correct.
So it's affecting everything.
Well, it's funny that you say that because really education it's so important. And when we went there, we were talking to Billy Rivera, and Billy Rivera is the one which, since he was 5 years old, went and make a living out of crawfishing, catching catfish, crabbing, and past 6-7 years he have seen a decline. And as he said the other day, he said last year was the worst year known in a crawfish commercial fisheries. Well, when I went and explained those folks, remember that when we took that 30-pounder fish and we cut it out, and I said, look guys, this is an eating machine. What they do is they eat plankton. And the plankton, correct, the plankton is the food source that for everything that lives in the water or out of the water, literally, and it will destroy the entire ecosystem. That's a fact. Well, when he understood that, he put two and two together after how many carp he saw jumping where we were. He said, Chef, we were in Grand Lake, 11 miles long lake. How many carp do you think we saw jumping out there?
Oh,
I mean, hundreds.
Hundreds, and more in some areas.
Yeah, correct. And I mean, a couple of hundreds for sure. And some of them were probably 40, 50 pounds apiece. Well, I got news for you guys who are watching this show. A 30-pound will eat 15 to 20 pounds of plankton per day. Now, in the lake, the reproduction of plankton is not as fast as a river. So therefore, when they get there, they get fatter, they eat and consume all the plankton, and everything that lives in those lakes will disappear. They call it the silent killer for a reason. They don't eat directly the fish, but they eat the food source that is very important for larvas, coming from frog eggs, from bass, from crawfish, from crabs. All of these larvae coming out of eggs, they must feed on microorganisms called plankton, and that's what these fish are eating.
Well, they've been established as not only a threat to safety to boaters, but also they're competing with some of our native species and seafood. So it's very important that we at least control these. Eradication is out of the question, and it's not just a Louisiana problem. And we're going to talk more about what the solution would be to kind of get these fish under control. We'll be right back with more. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Courtesy's got your truck, man, so get yourself a deal, man.
Courtesy Automotive is one of the largest and most experienced automotive groups in the South. Courtesy is the clear choice for all your automotive needs. So whether you're looking for a Ford, a Chevrolet, a Ram, Toyota, or a GMC, Courtesy's got your truck.
A big truck, a small truck, Courtesy's got your truck, man.
When you're ready to really enjoy life at a slower pace, become a landowner. First South Farm Credit specializes in financing and refinancing land, but not just for farmers. They offer loans to purchase timberland, hunting and fishing, or recreational property. Their experience in land, timber, and loans set them apart from standard lending institutions. Contact a First South Farm Credit loan officer for more information. First South Farm Credit, a specialized rural land investment lender helping you realize your dream.
Fishing. It's where good stories come from. It's about good times and family and friends. It's about taking a couple home for dinner tonight and saving a few for tomorrow. It's all about that and so much more. To CCA, fishing is about enjoying today and making sure tomorrow is even better. To us, fishing comes with a responsibility for the resources we enjoy so much. If fishing means all that to you, then you belong with CCA.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Our guest is Chef Phillippe Parola. It's hard to imagine that it's been 6 years that you've been fighting this thing. It's a long battle. It's not just Louisiana. It's many other states that have been fighting this problem. What do you see as the solution to this problem?
Well, you know, my theory since the beginning was can't beat them, eat them. In Louisiana, we're known for our food, and we know to be the leader of bringing. Look at the crawfish story, for instance. You know, just when I came in this country in 1980, we could not get crawfish crossing the state line of Louisiana. Today is an international exotic product. So you got to learn from the past. And this is a food source. And this is what gets me the most, is that we import down 80% of the fish consumption from foreign countries. And you know how bad they are, Gary. I mean, pollutant, excess of preservative.
You got invasive shrimp.
Correct. I mean, you know,
antibiotics. It's
I mean, it's
horrible.
unbelievable. They slowly kill you. Yet, you have a fish here that, and let's face the reality, they're still calling it invasive species. Gary, it's been in our water for 50 years. I think this fish deserves a green card. You cannot call this fish invasive anymore because it is part of our water system. It's from the backwood of Louisiana to Canada. The entire Mississippi basin is affected with those fish. We got to learn how to live with this fish. So you put a value on this fish and you get these fishermen out there, you pay them enough money to invest in boat, truck, and gear. We both know, all of us know, that these guys will go to work with a proper amount of money, correct? You put a value on this fish, and I guarantee you that this fisherman, because let's face it, it's not me, you that's gonna go out there and catch those fish, is the commercial fisherman. This is the hand that's gonna feed us. So my job is to create product that suit food marketplaces, and that's what we've done past 6 years. We engineer techniques and technology to be able to debone those fish and having value-added product that suit the food marketplaces such as restaurants and caterers. You were telling me about the retail market. Well, remember we're going to be limited on the production. So perhaps Rouse's will be a good little, retail to radio operation, but one of them will be enough in Louisiana, that's Louisiana-based, to do this. But having a national retail market for that would be a big mistake.
Well, you're talking about Rouse's. Rouse's motto is local.
Correct.
Everything local.
So
Shop local, get local fish. Everything they got from me local.
And actually,
not only the fruit and vegetables, but this what you talking about now. This thing is let's talk about Louisiana right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Forget about the rest of the world. Right now, we got a local problem with those fish. And
I like this guy.
I'm past fishing. I'm ready to do something.
But let me tell you, I met with Don Rouse probably 6 years ago, right at the beginning. Actually, we have a little presentation to their headquarters about silverfin, and they're really very supportive of what we do. And I think
let me get to what I was leading up to. Okay. We're going to get off too long. But I'm telling you right now, to solve this problem, you presented a plan to me where you're going to build a plan.
Correct.
So first off, we got to get somebody to invest some money.
Correct.
So the people out there watching, other business people, if you want to invest, you want to do it, or you want to look at a business opportunity, they need to call you or go to your website.
My website.
And then there are other people that are concerned. All the people that bass fish, sac-a-lait fish, crab, crawfish, they need to get involved also.
Absolutely.
So everybody's to learn. Don was telling you a while ago some people we know will help this issue. We need to team up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And quit.
Is testimonies.
We know what the solution is.
Correct. I should have put you on my payroll, but I can't afford you yet. But let me tell you make a good point, Gary. We need testimonies from recreational fishermen and the commercial fishermen on what they have seen and experienced with the Asian carp. We need those testimonies, and how you can do it is to go to my website, and you will see there is boxes here where comments, and we will place your comments on our website, but the public need to be aware of the danger. If we are not proactive with this particular problem, I can guarantee you the next 10 to 15 years, we will be in a point of no return with those fish, and some of our kids will get killed by those flying fish.
I don't think we have a problem in convincing the public that it's a safety hazard and it's also a conservation effort. I think the real challenge is convincing the people that the end product is
Correct.
a good fish to
Absolutely.
eat. As a chef, and I've tasted it,
Yeah,
I'm signed on. How do you compare it? What other species would you compare it to?
Let me tell you something. You know the lemon fish that we catch, a red snapper, is compared to that. Actually, if you boil this fish with crab boil, it will be just like crab meat. It's that good. Problem, bone structures and name, carp. We overcome all of this. So if you're interested and you want to support this project, please contact us.
All right.
Not only selection year, one more time it's selection year. You know, we need to get the politicians involved.
Oh, absolutely. By the way, Bill Cassidy is very supportive, and Republican Gary Gray, which I've met personally, very nice young man, very supportive of this too. So these two guys are on board with this project. And with you guys all together, politics, policymakers, the public, we need to fight this war.
You got, let me see your wallet. You got something in your pocket?
Very poor right now.
Thank you for bringing this to light, and thank you for sticking with it for this long.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate
It's
that.
an exciting project, and we're going to keep you advised as it moves along. Thanks
Thank
again, Chef Phillippe Parola.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at Olin's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. Olin's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Introducing Powerade Ion 4, complete with 4 electrolytes lost in sweat. Powerade Ion 4, the complete sports drink.
From Central Louisiana, born with cerebral palsy. This means a lot to me, something I've always wanted to do. I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
I'm Dale's dad, Dale Tidwell, and as well, blessed to be out here, and Mr. Andy and them giving us an opportunity to bring him out and give him a chance to shoot a deer. So we're real excited about that.
I'm from Louisiana. I might shoot deer.
I'm Douglas Eds, out here with 40 More Heroes. We're from Pineville, Louisiana, and super excited about shooting some deer, hopefully.
Cameron, we're from Brandon, Mississippi. Here today to due to the hospitality of Mr. Bishop and others, ready to enjoy the day.
That's it. Hopefully we'll see. Pleased to be here. First time hunt from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Go get it.
I'm John Charles, and I'm from Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi.
Michael Penny, Jackson, Mississippi.
Greg Hunter, Frank, Mississippi.
Dave Thomas, the Capt.
My name is Matthew, and I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
You ready to go out there and kill your deer this morning?
Yes, sir.
I said, but good luck, man. I hope you have good luck this morning.
Hi, I'm Troy Lake. This is my daughter Brandon. We had an opportunity to come out here with USSA and make a hunt. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. We really appreciate everybody that's involved in this to be put together. We lost sleep last night, and we were so excited. Tell them what this means. Tell them how nervous you are. What's your heart doing? Your heart is shaking. What do you want to tell everybody? Have fun, enjoy. Wonderful.
We're having a good time today with a bunch of people out here with special needs, hunting out at Sunnyside and Zions. Today we're working with United Special Sportsmen's Alliance, and we have, I think, 9 different individuals who've been hunting today. Seen a lot of animals, haven't been able to shoot anything, but we've really had a good time. Lord's really blessed us today. We've been doing this for about 8 or 9 years. We have two of these hunts each year, and we hunt individuals throughout the year. We also take kids and people fishing as well. Just contact us if you want to go. You're watching Paradise of Louisiana today.
You can count on Jerry Lane.
At Jerry Lane, they rolled the red carpet out for me.
It's always been Jerry.
You know what? It's tradition, it's family, and that's what keeps us coming back to Jerry Lane.
Get the lane, get the lane. Get the lane, get the lane. Get the lane, get the lane.
We're a Jerry Lane family.
Always lead to. You can count on Jerry Lane.
Get up and go to the all-new Honda of Covington Power Sports. Whether you're taming the trails, gearing up for your next hunting trip, or just hitting the open road, Honda of Covington Power Sports has what it takes to get the job done. We will put you in the exact Honda you need for hunting season. Hit the trail in a new 2015 Honda Utility ATV for $6,135. Plus, the all-new 2016 Honda Pioneer 1000 is in stock and on sale. Get up and go to the all-new Honda of Covington Power Sports.
Who doesn't want to save money on fuel? Now, Shell and the Fuel Rewards Network are putting you in control of how much you pay for fuel. Simply buy whatever's on your shopping list. Clothes, groceries, even dinner out. And earn cents per gallon savings at participating retailers nationwide. Now, fuel prices are in your hands. So why wait? Sign up at fuelrewards.com today and turn shopping power into saving power.
Visit Cracker Barrel convenience stores before heading fishing or hunting. We have more than you expect.
Welcome to the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. And Gary, we had the cover boys for the Advocate Sports page. Gary Krause and one of my field reporters, Jeff Brewer, made a nice catch down on that wall in Chalmette.
One of my reporters that took me out, finally took me fishing after all these years, you know, Gary Krause. I used to take him all the time, but it's good to get a good report from them.
Fishing is really good over there.
And they hunted hard. They've been hunting hard for that. They get them fishing and been bringing us some good reports.
Well, Jeff Brewer reported he caught 20, 22, 24 keeper fish back in the same place, and you know that area is going to be good all the way through the winter. I'm surprised it's really been productive as it is this early in the year. And thank goodness it has been, because Lake Pontchartrain, a real popular fishing area along those bridges, they're still catching the bottom feeders from drum and redfish on bait, but speckled trout catches there have been kind of hit and miss, although the causeway perked up a little bit last week and they caught some nice trout out there.
I know we're supposed to make this short, but in the article in the paper, Joe and them and Gary and them, when they were talking, and Jeff Brooks was talking about why they fished that wall. Remember the old saying when they used to fish the hot water canal and this and them, and where Chink and them used to fish all the time, but they would catch those fish because it would warm the water up. Even when it was cold, everybody warmed it up. But how that concrete wall warms up faster than anything, and they do fish in the bottom a lot. And fish ought to get down there and get warm. Just in the winter time, I know no matter where you fish, you're gonna catch your bigger trout and stuff in the deeper water.
Well, my report from the Hopedale area was good too. Glenn Sanchez said the trout have moved in close, guys not having to run far to make some good catches down there. And some of that water stays clean. We had a lot of north wind. Wind was actually switching around with that frontal system, but the fishing remained good in that area. Tofield Bourgeois and Lafitte told me trout had slacked off a little bit. They were having a good fall run on speckled trout, but he said the redfish has been really consistent down there
I wonder
too.
about the bass in the pen. Sometimes this time of year they get the bass and get in that grass.
Nothing yet.
But I got a sort of double report. They sent me this report, and they also give me duck report and the fishing report. But at Shell Beach right now, I got a new correspondent that's been calling me and sending me pictures and texting me and emailing me. Kevin Wartburg. Now, he's been talking about catching a lot of fish on a K-Dub rig. So I didn't want to be too stupid. I said, can you tell me what a K-Dub rig? If you remember when Glenn Sanchez told us, Gary Krause remember, he showed us how to rig a double rig and keep it from hanging up, when you put it in your rod holders or whatever, keep it from flopping.
Right.
Well, this guy, he showed me one, and it would look like it was on a rig. He sent this picture to me. It's called a K-Dub rig. And I was looking at the baits on there. That's a matrix shad that looked like the shrimp or the clear colors, chartreuse tail. But it reminded me when Glenn Sanchez showed us that tip, the matrix shad. Then I had a call from Blaine Perry. First we start talking about Big Lake and the water, and he hunts out of Holly Beach. And him and his buddy Keith Carlson, he said they didn't see any ducks, and they got there to go down there and they redfish. But when they were getting ready, but sure enough, opening day until this, the duck hunting has been great. So Blaine, that's a new correspondent. Send me, keep in touch and send me that. And then as far as the Big Lake, my brother and them are down there. He got, the duck were a little bit disappointed. I was wondering why I didn't get a call from them. They were killing half limits all last week and then the weekend. But the birds in the out part of the lake or where the water's a little clearer, it's muddy up over the north line of the lake, but redfish are everywhere. And the flounder are in
that
the
same report I got, flounder out there. That's the number one target
in
fish.
The ship channel,
yes,
or
sir.
right in when you can get in. So the Hackberry Rod and Gun Club have been hurting the trout. So that's my report from there. And so I'm going to see if I got any more. I don't.
Well, if you're fishing down around Grand Isle, there's been some success off the road right there, fish coming into the canal there, and also up by Bason's Marina, Leeville, Golden Meadow area. Those fish have made their migration northward.
How can I forget off the road? Our friend Tommy, he even parked his boat up there right now. You don't fight the word, but he's walking that road, Highway 1, all the way to Fouchon. Him and his friend, they're catching big redfish and speck. They're not catching a lot of numbers, but you ought to see the monsters they catching. They catch 8 or 10, but they're all around 4 or 5 pounds. It's unbelievable on top water or that swim bait. You know, they catch them.
Well, on freshwater, Gary Krause and Jeff Brule, they hit some pay there in Venice a couple of weeks ago. Gary said the local rains have got that muddied up right now, and the winds are kind of shifting that muddy water around. That's been the problem in Venice. Can't really get a consistent run there. The basin, from what I understand, the lower end is producing better than the upper end. Also got a good report on the radio show from Lake Verret. A man with his son went down there and caught limits of bass fishing down that area.
Well, I'm going to give you a report, too. And I was talking about Tommy Vidrine, and I don't know how I forget it. But I got somebody we nicknamed it Joe Peppertone. They were fishing in Pontchartrain, and they must have been fishing somewhere about Bienvenue, but I didn't think you could get around there. But they were catching trout on a matrix shad down on the bottom, also on a gulp down on the bottom. They were fishing a Carolina rig, and they were catching some beautiful trout. He sent us a picture. Told me not to say his name. So, and then in the spillway, Mr. Wayne Tucker, again, he says it's the best run he's ever had in a long time, this time of year in the spillway. He's retired, he's enjoyed it. They go during the week. Crowds are not bad. They might see 15 or 20 boats in the area, not 100, and they don't see as many sac-a-lait fishermen in there, but the sac-a-lait are being caught in there, and Wayne told me don't give him the spot, but it's offered by law. So I'm gonna tell you that, Wayne, thank you for that report, because me and Gary had this spot, but it wouldn't have been for your spot late, we wouldn't have had them horses we had when we were catching those fish. Another sac-a-lait report came, this came from Christine Fontenot in Chico Lake.
Oh, I love Chico Lake.
Chico
Beautiful
Lake,
play by Bill
catching
Platt.
sac-a-lait all over, but she's just been taking it easy, fishing off a pair, fishing with shiners and doing well. So I want to thank you, Christine. Keep in touch and give me some more reports. Another sac-a-lait and brim report came from, I'm going to get Tony Bernard. He was fishing a white beetle spin. If you know where these pines are by his hunt camp around Pigeon, on the side of the levee, and you got these little pits, and you go north and forth between Saw, they fish in those pits. Make sure they're not posted, they'll get in trouble. But he was catching them on a white beetle spin, just fishing off the bank.
Well, those rivers on the North Shore, Lake Pontchartrain, and bayous, Bayou Liberty, Bayou Lacombe, Pearl River, Chifuncta River, you might want to stay away from them for a while. High water caused some problems, and we got more rain in the forecast, some pretty heavy stuff, so might be another week or so before that clears up and you get some wintertime action there. Wow. Gary, one thing I wanted to mention too, you know, this came up on a radio show this week. There's a lot of people out there kayak fishing right now, and you know, a lot of our refuges, Delta Refuge and Lacassine and some, they put it off limits to boaters during the duck season, the waterfowl season. You know, those laws were put into effect before kayaks became so popular. And I'm trying to get the kayakers to make an appeal as a group through their organizations to maybe say, make an exception. If you're gonna go fishing in there in a kayak, sure, you wanna stay away from the guy who's blinded up and calling with decoys, but that doesn't cause any problem as far as disturbing the ducks like an outboard motor or surface drive or an airboat would. Well, that's about it for this week. Next week, folks will be making plans for their extra days off during the Thanksgiving holidays of fishing and hunting. We'll have just about every season will be open, waterfowl, deer. We got the quail season open, so all the small game. Plus you got good fresh and saltwater fishing.
Well, I want to say, please go to our sponsors. This is the time of year where we renew all our contracts. Tell them how much you appreciate us. If you enjoy the program, tell them the truth. If you don't, lie. But I'm going to tell you, go there, telling people how much you enjoy it, to keep sponsoring us. And if it is, tell them it's our favorite show, your favorite show. So here it is right now. Definitely come to Rouse's right now if you want some good
you know,
food.
you're talking to some of the best liars anywhere. We're talking to fishermen, right?
That's what I'm
All
talking
right.
about.
We'll be back next week with the truth right here on Paradise, Louisiana.
We're here with one of the pro fishermen that took these kids out today, these 16 kids, and one of the 16 boats, Scott Buxton, the reigning BASS Federation state champion. Now, Scott, we want to know, we got to explain this to you. You as a state champion right now, what did it qualify you for?
It qualified me to fish the Central Opens this coming year in 2016, which is 3 Opens in the central part of the United States. One is in the Chaffalaya Basin in February. One will be in Muskogee, Oklahoma in June. And the last tournament will be in Bossier City, Louisiana, and Shreveport, which will be in October.
In the Red River?
Yes, sir.
Scott, tell me right now, or tell everybody, what made you state champion? How many tournaments you fished, or how many days you fished, and how'd you come out to make you the overall state champion?
We have a 2-tournament qualifier. Anybody in the state of Louisiana that is federation certified in a club can fish these tournaments. We have a spring qualifier and a fall qualifier in the state of Louisiana. Usually you have one in the north, one in the south, and they switch them vice versa the following year. Well, our first spring qualifier was in the Toledo Bend up north. We fished that, which was a very tough tournament. We had snow, sleet, rain, probably one of the most tough tournaments I ever fished. And then down.
Well, how'd you make out on that one?
Actually, I led the first day and then had a very tough day the second day, only weighed in 2 fish. But in that tournament, it's a tournament for, to win money, but it's also a point system, which each individual day is a tournament within itself. Like the first day, I finished up with a first place, and the second day, I finished up with like a 23rd. And in the fall tournament, which was down here in the Chaffalaya Basin.
Home base.
Home base, my back door, which is another tournament to win money, but it also is each individual day tournament itself. Well, the first day, I ended up with a second, and the last day, I ended up with a first.
You walked it.
So it was between me and a good friend of mine, Timmy Carmouche. He was leading Angler of the Year, and I was just fortunate enough to catch the fish I needed to win state champion, which is something I've been trying for 8 or 9 years, which was a great blessing to do against the type of fishermen that I fish against down here, because we have some extraordinary fishermen.
How many guys are going to be fishing the Open from Louisiana that you know of?
Wow, with the schedule we're going to have this year, it is a South Louisiana guy's dream, because all 3 tournaments, even the Muskogee tournament on the Arkansas River, what we call a power fishing tournament. It's going to be crankbaits, spinnerbaits, flipping, pitching. It's a bank beater's dream. All 3 Central Opens. So that's where guys that fish from down south excel. So I think just about anybody that could get in is going to try to get in this Central Opens. There'll be quite a few guys that get in this. It'll be awesome.
Good luck. Take care. Make sure you're going to make Louisiana proud.